So I was just doing my nails, putting on a clear coat. Just finishing up. So, welcome everybody. I'm glad to see you. Hope all is well. Happy holidays. So, anyway, let's pick up where we left off, where Frankie had kind of like stood up Marie, and she decided to call her girl Leia, and they went to see what was going on. So they get to his sister's house, and Marie goes to the door, and his sister says, come on in, he's back here, she said as we walked down the hallway. Lydia asked me if anybody was waiting for me. She knew that that was Leah's car. I said, yes, Leah's out there. I tapped on the bedroom door where he was sleeping. He answered, come in. He seemed surprised to see me as I entered the room. I sat on the side of the bed and I asked him what the hell was up. No beating around the bush or being nice about it. Tell me what's going down. He started telling me about his day and all that happened to hold him up from coming back over. Hell, I could have came over here with Monica. It's not like all of us are strangers. Your family and mine grew up together. Monica and Sam play together sometimes, actually on a regular. He said, I thought she'd be back shortly because of what she had told me. I said to him, I don't know, but it seems she enjoys keeping your dumbass busy or distracted. We went back and forth, and voices got louder. Then he got up out the bed saying he didn't feel like hearing all this. I was like, you don't have to hear this, but apparently you don't want to hear the truth then. Whatever the fuck it is, I don't want to hear it now. I was sleeping, you woke me up fussing, he was yelling. I had to stand up to respond. You don't have to hear a damn thing because I'm tired of this dumb shit. I see you every couple of months, and when you're here, you're always stuck up in this house. Well, you keep on staying stuck up in here. Don't bother to call me anymore. I mean it. Don't call me no damn more, I told him. And I really did mean this. So I walked out the bedroom door and down the hall back to the door to the front porch. Leia was standing outside her car smoking. She said she was standing out the car in case she had to run in there and kick somebody's ass. His sister had tried to come between Jake and Leia at one time, but Jake didn't let it happen. Just then, Frankie came out the door, telling me to bring my ass back here. I kept right on going. Get back here, Marie, I mean it. If I come down there, he was saying, if you come down here, you'll get your ass kicked if you touch me. Anyway, take care. I called to him as Leia and I got in her car. She started the engine and we drove back home. I wanted to be quiet on the way home, but I needed to vent. I had to vent some to Leia. I thanked her for her help as I got out the car and then went inside my place. I was feeling mad, hurt, disappointed, and tired of men messing things up. Then they want to try to fix the messed up relationship afterwards. All I could do was take a deep breath and sigh a few times as I got ready for bed. Really though, I was finished being patient with him because things weren't getting any better. He was allowing nothing to get between the two of us. If that's the way he wanted it, then so be it. It takes two to make a relationship work. I'd gotten to sleep, then having to go to the bathroom interrupted my sleep. So I went to the bathroom and had just gotten back to bed when the telephone rang. I knew who it had to be, unless it was a wrong number. I answered it, and it was Frankie saying, so let's try to smooth things over. But I told him in a calm voice that I meant the things I had told him. Let's just leave things alone between us and go our separate ways. I offered to give him the engagement ring back. He seemed to think it over for a second or two, then said no, for me to keep it. I responded with, okay then, take care. I was just about to go back to sleep. I wanted to cry, but wasn't quite sure why I wanted to cry. Maybe because it was another chapter ending or closing. I hung up the phone, but couldn't get back to sleep for a while. He called me again, and the next morning to tell me he was on his way over. Even after he arrived, we sat in the living room and discussed the things that had happened and why I was ready to call it quits. He agreed I had a good point and that it was a good idea to take a break. Then he gave me a hug before he walked back to his car. Was it that he wanted something to break us up, or was he just wrapped up and didn't know any better? Nope. He wasn't naive a bit. He wanted out, and this was his way. So here goes Alan. I had gone out with Lynn, just a friendship thing. We'd had a good time. She came to see me, and we spent most of the day together. Of course, she didn't spend the night. I didn't even try her. I was a gentleman. Sometimes that seemed to make women curious. She's a nice girl, but she has that boyfriend. I was willing to accept this now and just go with the flow. Plus, I had a few other females I spent time with. My brother had wanted to talk to me about something, so I was going to meet my brother here at my parents' today for a talk. So now, here's Junie. I spent a lot of time with my wife and baby. As I got my son ready to ride with me to meet my brother, Paula was laying on the sofa. She looked tired today, like she needed a break. I told her to pamper herself, take a relaxing shower or bath, put on something comfortable, light some candles, and kick back. We'd be back later so she could have the afternoon to herself. Our relationship usually ran smooth. Don't get me wrong, we had our ups and downs, but we were pretty compatible. I stopped by my Uncle C's for a few before I went to meet my brother. I had to show the family how the baby was growing. I made it to my parents' house. Me and my brother nibbled on food we found in the fridge. Then we went on the porch to talk. Not really talk about just one thing or one topic, although I did mention to him that he had been drinking too much. He didn't want to hear it. He told me he liked drinking and could stop if he wanted to, but he didn't want to. I told him sometimes we drank. When he drank, he did things that didn't make any sense. Just like most of us, by the time we're drinking, do things that really don't make any sense.
I'm sitting back, I'm
and to be careful. Then we talked about his female friends, and I talked about my more than busy schedule. We both love sports, so we had to update each other on the latest headlines. I then went inside and asked if they watched the game while me and Alan went for a short ride. We just cruised for a while, we needed some time. It felt good to have some downtime and relax with him. We didn't do this. We hadn't done this in a long time. We kept it real with each other, no matter how long we had been since we spoke. Anyway, when we got back to the house, I stayed for a few minutes. I was too tired to stay a long time. I had already dozed off on watching television with my dad. So I got my son and headed for home to get in bed by 7 o'clock. Paula had dinner ready, although I had told her not to do anything, to just rest. I got my plate of food. She understood me not wanting to sit around and talk or anything
I'm
else.
sitting back.
Paula had on a
I'm
sensuous smelling
thinking
perfume. She smelled like she wanted
time
something.
goes by, and I
You
still
know what she
wonder
wanted.
about you.
She didn't call me Big Daddy for
Memories,
nothing.
both good and bad. And there are times
Anyway,
that
I
I
got into bed and she
do
came in the
miss
room and
you.
massaged my back until I fell asleep. I had been sleeping for about an hour when I woke up and started kissing Paula on the back of her shoulder. This sent a tingle to her meaty butt cheeks. She turned over to face me almost immediately. She had a shapely and full figure built. I grabbed a handful of hip and it was on from there. So we'll stop for now. But I do thank you for coming by. Again, I hope you have a good holiday. I hope all is well with you and your family and your loved ones. Please leave a comment or click like, or even more, share with a friend. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And